just like me. Tell me more. Can you show me? I wanna know. Do the strangers. Good for now.
Market is open.
Market is open.
Hey guys. Today there's two plays. Both are a gap up short. One LIXT and another one MYNZ. With LIXT, I kind of overborrowed on this. But at the same time, I'm expecting like a decent push on this. It has some resistance at like the $5 area, and it's only like 50 million resistance at that point. It's super crowded, so we're expected to see some kind of, you know, weird bounces, like either like you know, a spike that just falls like right at the open, or you know, just a straight drop. So I'm about to go in at least like a fifth of what I want right now, into like the $3 290 area, but I'm actually gonna try to get most of my position after a like push to like the 140 130 area. I'm just trying to see how it opens in that first 5 minutes though, give it some time to like reveal itself. It has a lot of where'd it go? It has a lot of oh, wrong ticker. It has a lot of like volume trapped at the $290 $3 area, and it's a 4 million float, 20 million market cap, and with that we know that's easy to get to 100%, and then it's easy to like float rotate, and it's already super crowded, so all that volume's gonna trigger their buyer insufficiency like very quickly. The thing is, if we can get enough people trapped at this point, it could just drop right away. But the opposite can also be said, so I'm not gonna like talk too much about it. But for now, just to get my borrow fees back, which wasn't actually that much, I'd want to go into like the next push into this like area, because it doesn't look like it's getting rid of those bag holders as fast as like we'd want. But other than that, I forgot to say good morning. Okay, but it's fine. For MYNZ, this one is how do I say it? Like, they're both health sectors, and I can't tell if they're following the same like sympathy, or like if they're connected in some type of way. Why does this look like that? Try 1 minute. Okay, so with MYNZ, I already have the market cap up here. Where'd it go? This the right one? I can't tell if this is it. Forget it. We'll just check again. Yeah, so this one has like 2 million float, and so it's another reason like I'm kind of hesitant on it. Just looking for like the development. So the amount of people that were like trapped in this area, how do I say this? Like the amount of people like trapped in that area, I think it's below like 2 million, and it opened at somewhere closer to like 8 million. I'm expecting this to like pull back and then like test this area again, and I want to short this like later in the day with LIXT. This one, just because it's like a little bit lower float, I know I can get the morning edge out of this, but it's kind of in like a similar boat, but for different reasons. How do I say this? Like I wanted to basically confirm a top. With this one, this already like confirmed a top. It's already a high dollar, and like, you know, that's good. I just want this to run up so I can get more people trapped in this area after like a fake out for my MY and Z. For LIXT, this is more of it triggering buyer insufficiency like very quickly. How do I say this? Yeah, that's pretty much it. The borrows for MY and Z, I only borrowed 200 for that because like even though I got up at 5, I tried not to like borrow anything until like 5:30, and at 5:30 everything was like 65 cents per share, and they were flashing like 104, and then it would flash like 41, and then I'll try to get the 41, and like I would just never get the 41, and so I ended up getting like a third of what I actually wanted, which was like 600 shares, and I was okay with that because I was not going to pay, you know, full price for something not ideal, because at the end of the day they're gap up shorts, so everyone's trying to guess where the top is, but they're trying to do it in like a smart way. In my case, I'm not only trying to guess where the top is, I'm also trying to find the safest spot from that top, and I want the borrow fees to be something small enough that I can ignore and then just like, you know, try again another day, but still have the data point coming from reading the stock and then trying to you know, accurately trade it mentally, that type of stuff. Other than that, you got any shares for MYNZ? Yeah. See, now it's at 55, but if you click on it, oh, it actually is at 55 now. But before, like every time you would click on it, it would double the price, and I'm just like, you're not gonna get me. No. Like the 200 I have here, they were 65, but I was waiting for the 40. LIXT, this was very cheap. I got it for like 0.014, and then it was flashing like 5 cents, and then that was another reason I bought a second one just in case, because so it was like with LIXT, it has a resistance at like the $5 area, and since we're at the $2 area right now, like $2, $3, we know that's far away. Like the resistance starts at like $5, and then the amount of how do you say this? It's not really consistent resistance, but the amount of yeah, we'll just say consistent resistance. It's a lot less than what we're used to, but it still has that extension that went up to like 120. And so normally we'd be waiting for that 120 to like 180 range. And since this amount of previous history is above it, it can kind of activate it a little early. But my thing is, since it already stopped at the like $3 area, like, you know, a few times already, and trapped a lot of people in this area, I'm banking on the idea that it's going to catch some type of support, break that, and then get into the 160, 170 area and be similar to the last 4 million float, 17 million ticker that I have in my little black book, which just happened to be I think it was ISPC. And similar things to that. Yeah, so I remember yesterday, what do you call that? We try to PS something. Let me bring this up. No, not that. There was a ticker that was also $2 yesterday. It had a similar market cap and float. Not that. I could just look at yesterday's thing. But that's my my like read on where I'm getting where I think my estimate is going to be. But mostly I'm comfortable if this drops, and if it finds some support, I do a little short, like a fraction, like a fifth of whatever I borrowed at that top, just to like keep my rules down. Saying that this is a type, what would it be, type 3? Like types of gap are short, and like this will meet the criteria for like a specific type. And I'm pretty much trying to bank on this doubling from wherever it finds some kind of support, and then hitting that resistance. That would be like my most ideal situation. And then that's why I kind of over borrowed on that like small chance it does do that. Yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say on that. With MY and Z, this is more of I'm waiting for something closer to, you know, it comes back up to the 19 area now. But before, I was thinking something closer to, you know, a push at the open instead of, you know, this little push, because it already pulled back. Now that's much easier to do with this LIXT because it's a lower price. But MYNZ, that's a little harder to do because the price is higher. And the market cap's also a lot higher. If we looked at that warrant I saw, or not warrant, actually it was a 424B, so I think that's a warrant. They said there's 2,000 shares and they put out a warrant for 1,000 or a million. And then there's 2 million shares. I want that it's like a specific panel that I always look for with these. It has like the logo. It's pretty much the summary. All right, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna use the find thing. Where do you put in? All right. I'm just pretty much looking for the summary. Ordinary shares. Outstanding shares, 0.7 million. Wait. But they're off. Okay, that's $5 per share. What date was this? Okay, no, I still want the summary. No, too far back. Oh, wait, forget it. Well, I'm going with like 2 million. Worst case. Yeah, I'm going with 2 million. The thing is, another thing, well, no, I won't go that far. All right, it kind of pulled back more than, well, not yet, not yet. PSTP. Oh, was that the one? Wait, pull it up here. I already had it up. Huh. P. So this is the one that was, I guess where this was like 17 yesterday and this was like 12 million float. The difference from today is now it's at 4 million float. So it's a lot easier to, you know, get that buyer insufficiency. This one stopped at 140 yesterday. Today LIXT went up to 310 from 135. So that's a 130. Where'd it go? Oh, there you go. Do that every time. Well, that actually works too. Yeah, something like that. So like legit can be in any of these ranges. But that's just one. I'm over here doodling. Seem right. TST. Wait, GTST. What is that? DST. TST. Is that right? TST. These two aren't close at all. So this cancels that. That doesn't count. Like, so that's all not important. July. It's like it'd be somewhere around like 6. Sixer, but like 650. Much is 650? 310. 20. Yeah, it's about right. 620. Because this is only 30. But then yeah, 620 area. It's all in this area. All right, did you get it? Okay, I was about to say. Yeah, so if DTST gets up to like 610, 620 area, then I think it'd be ideal. Before then, it wouldn't even be worth a decent short for me. So main reason is this resistance is really light. The amount of extension needed to like pretty much cancel how low this float is, as well as how low the market cap is. It's way too like far out. And so how do I say it? Like the float is low enough to where any kind of spike is going to be hard to hold. The market cap is low enough to the point where if non-crowded volume comes in, it's supposed to like gradually gain liquidity after like several fails and squeezes up to like, you know, wherever it really wants to go, pretty much. Now that doesn't have to be over like one day, and trying to do that in one day is actually kind of, you know, pretty hard. And you can kind of see that when you look at these days for, you know, 50 million and then like 35 million. Pretty much when we saw LIXT, where it opened at like 25 million, something like, you know, that this ended its entire day on, it triggered buyer insufficiency like right at the open. And so like that's why like this one is like failing. But you can also see that, you know, support was found pretty quickly. With DTST, it's in the same boat to where, you know, it has that morning edge, but it's like, you know, barely there. And it's going to do some kind of gap fill. If, you know, pretty much LXT and DTS and what was the other one? MYNZ, if they're the like the top plays for like the rest of the day, then it can gradually become like a multi-day runner or like some type of gap fill or like something that's going to come back in the back end. The short is pretty much not today for the ideal is what I'm saying. Unless it actually does get the right amount of like practice action to get into like this area, and then that would be worth like half of what you borrow. But the ideal like full borrow is actually at the like 610 area. like 610, 630 area. And that's how do I say it? It's from like multiple different perspectives that it all hits into this like 630, 620, 610 area. And then like that would be where a lot of the resistance, like from indirect pressure, direct pressure, and like extension kind of pressure, and all that just meet at that same spot. So yeah, pretty much scale depending on where it actually looks like it's forming some type of weakness. The only reason you want to do that is because, you know, the float's too low to actually hold a spike in general. But if it does get up to that extension, you know what's important. Yeah. In terms of LIXTY, yeah, so like this one's not ready. I'm gonna just take this off. But in terms of LXIT, the plan is still the same. Like late day, I'm waiting for I think I made a chart. Oh, my lines are gone. Sad. No. 2020. Okay. Wait. Oh, that's actually accurate, isn't it? Yeah, 2020. Actually, one more look at that. It's the biggest spike, 55. But what was I say? Okay. So 1, 2, bam. 1, 2, bam. These are much smaller. Candle open here. I want to see what this does. What day is that? August 3rd. That was a 10. $280. Wait, what? I thought this went further back than that. Oh well. Oh, I remember what I was doing. 0.2s. Okay. Yeah, I can use that. 0.62. Stop it. 0.62. What is that? Wait, I forgot it already. 247. I already reached that point? No, I didn't. How much is 69? Okay. All right, so let's see what we're doing now. Low of 247, high of 310. A lot of people trap between the 270 to 240 area. So that puts us at like 260. And if they're all right there, we're expecting some kind of push from there. I say it's a 10, maybe 15% push of the entire range created. And that would be something closer to, what's it, like 170 divided by 10. So yeah. So it would be like a 17 to 20. What's half of that's 8.5. So yeah, so 17 to 24. Let's just round up, say 25-cent push. So so 260. Add on 25 cents puts us at 85. Okay. Didn't get better than that though. Main thing is, remember yesterday, where'd it go? PSTV. You saw I couldn't hold his gains when it went to the like 150 area. Go to prep charts. Is it PSTV? PSTV. Like it gradually faded all the way down here. Like, so how do I say this? In terms of like percentage of chances of like happening or stuff happening, like this 75% fade right here, this is like a 20% chance. Up to here was more of like a 80% chance. Here, this was like the tipping point at like reading the price action. Now here you can see we're at that tipping point, except this one actually is consolidating. It's always a little bit harder to tell because it's a smaller how do I say it? It's a lower price stock and it's a smaller float, and so the volatility is like a tiny bit different, but the market cap is the same. And so you can use, extension kind of similarly. Now with PSTV, I forgot if there was another like runner that day, or was it the day before? Like all the days just blend together sometimes. Like there's so many reasons that like this spike could have happened. Main thing is, you know, enough people are probably trained that, oh, this is a $2 stock, it's falling, I don't want to be the one to like catch it. And you know, that's good, like for the buyers that think that way. And the short sellers, they like it too, because they're just like, get scared, get owned. But like $3 is slightly how do I say it? It's a tiny bit different, especially since it's actually consolidating at this point. You know, you can win or lose right here, but this is a lot more how to say it, like the break happened before 10 o'clock, or like 10:30 pretty much. Here, if you zoom it out, where's the right chart for this? It'd be easier to understand if you like see it from the exact time that we're at now. Is it 10:20? How do I zoom in on that? Yeah. So keep it over here. Yeah, keep moving. I can make it better too. But what am I trying to say? So like this is a late day spike. But it's not as late day as the DTST, which I should also put that one up here because that'll help get across what I'm trying to get across. DTST. Yeah. Zoom. There you go. Come on, you can do it. Come on. All right. What did I do now? Oh, there you go. All right. I'm obviously failing at this. Is there a better way? Can I do screenshots and stuff? Yes. But am I stubborn? Also, yes. So, it just, I want it to look a certain way, but it's not doing it because this is an older, because it's already like made its history. Okay, now, what's the same thing? What's something similar about all three of these? The gap up short, delay, have hardly spiked before they dump. Gap up short. Oh, the gap up shorts lately have hardly spiked before they dump. Yeah. That's recent price action within that week, and that cycle of buyers and short sellers being trained by the market. And you know, that shift, yeah, that's noticeable. But a lot of people won't notice that, or they won't make it applicable. You know what I'm trying to say, to their actual edge. So all of these have around the same market cap. They all have around okay, excluding the one that has like the 12 million float. They all have the higher chance of having buyer insufficiency just from their volume. The one with the most volume right now would be LIXT. But we saw yesterday PSTV had where are you? It'd be easier to do this one. It ended at 130. I just want the first 1 hour. Is it 9:30? Nope. Is it 9:30? Nope. First hour had 152. Wait, does that start from 9? No, it's not. $40, 16, so it's 46. One last one. Where'd you go? I thought this would start at 8. Oh well. 21.76. I just want to see if like this is getting the same amount of volume as this one today. But main thing is like when it came to its specific pullback and like the range, they're all kind of similar. The main difference is this one created a actual consolidation. This one, no matter how much you zoom in, the little consolidation it had was only for 15 minutes versus this one. Is it trying to break it now? No, it's still not broken yet. But it got 1 cent close. You know what I mean by break it? I mean like expand the range, because that range is also important. If it's too tight, it's going to, you know, shift. If it's too wide, it's going to do something. I call it stupid, but like, pretty much crowded volume. It's hard to control. And the thing is, the more volume you have, the more that range is going to widen and get dense, and then it's going to do a shift. And like there's certain how do I say it? So pretty much this is what it looks like when buyer insufficiency just straight comes in, and like it's super obvious and it just keeps going down. Versus you know, today's stuff, these two are going sideways. All I gotta say is just get your screen time in, and like you'll probably pick up what I'm seeing. But I'm like, I could see it, but I can't describe it as well as I want to. And that's another thing. Like if you're vague at all, like especially with yourself, it's going to be harder to be able to make it applicable or applicable, be able to use it. But if you can feel it, you know, just trade intuitively. But that gets into a gray area by itself. RELI multi-day runner breakout. What? Let's see. One, two, three, four. So, yes, it's a multi-day run. But a breakout, that's a little harder to like see that right now. I'm going to pull up a chart real quick. All right, LEI. It looks like a fake out to me. Fake out from the previous day's top. Now in terms of like whether this is holding, where did I put it? How much volume did it have? Yeah, about that. 11, 10, 120. Yeah, it's under 200. It's under the requirement. It has 4 days. No, not on its 5th day. It had minimum 3 green day. Yeah. It still doesn't seem right. Like, this is okay. Yeah. So like, main thing is this pullback is like making me feel a little bit weird. That it's more of going to be a fake out. How much is this shares? Because it's like I'd kind of short that right now. But the thing is that also could be a trap. Yeah, but I'd go into that trap. I'd do it. How much is it? All right, ELI. 30 cents. Oh yeah, that's cheap.
Executed.
Yeah, we going in. I gotta make sure I do the right ticker. I got way too much stuff up. I'm like a kid in the candy store. Now, how do I say this? So, let me just make sure I'm doing my rules right. I want, like, so it's extended on the daily. Yeah. So the extended on the daily is not enough for me to feel comfortable. I like how as soon as I borrow, it's always as soon as I borrow that I get like the epiphany of what I actually want to do. So how do I say it? Like, I'm looking for the neutralized area, and like, you know, this started at like $2 or something. Then when this spike happened, the neutralized area got somewhere closer to like, you know, $5, and I'm like, okay, cool. Did this thing right there. The initial run started at 6, and I'm like, all right, cool. This already came up, but it didn't fall. How do I say it? So barely green, you know, late day green. Then this big panic right there, like that. It's okay. Comes back up again. Okay, shows it's really volatile. That's good. You know, holds a spike, comes down. Now that looks really bearish. That looks like one of those step patterns from like 2018. Now, you know, hold his gain, comes back up. Is it going to be a short trap? Probably. Now, almost fell into that trap. Now, how do I say it? Like, I have so many conflicting factors, and main thing is I want more extension. Like, this is only up 100% from like the area that I think this is actually supposed to be like neutralized, like here to like there. Versus, you know, if this was like 15, then like no hesitation. If this was like at least 150% up there, you know, no hesitation. But it's only up 100% like over 5 days. And then like all this big price action, that's money right there. You can make money moves there. Okay, I kind of want to just try it, but the main thing is when you go into a short, you want to have bag holders. You want to have consistent resistance, individual resistance, like anything that actually bank off of. This high a day is only like a factor. And the pattern is like multi-day run, but like the thing with the multi-day run, you also want to have like increasing volume. And so like, hold up, like this doesn't look like increasing volume. Like, yeah, you get like that, but I don't know what the estimate for this would be. And like, you know, that's a good idea to have like, you know, a ratio that's like a little bit less than the previous, but I pretty much need more time. And we're out of time. It's 10:30. Ask Steven. There you go. He'll probably tell you better than me. Other than that, if you see me trade it, you know what happened. All right, guys. 10:30. I'm going to go over trade. Peace.